we're going to be building out an Airtable system that will save you, I guarantee will save you a shit ton of time, at least 10 hours per week. And we're going to provide the template down below. If you want it, just put hashtag Airtable my face down below and we'll send it over to you. But we were just jamming out here on the benefits of building systems and having systems in our life, and also using Airtable as the tool to do that. And I got Larry, our right-hand man here, who's our main Airtable systems lead. And we have Raul here, who is just a beautiful human being. And he also helps with marketing and copy and all that stuff on the team. So welcome, guys.
What's up, guys? Glad to be here.
So we were just jamming out on the benefits of systems and Airtable and that sort of stuff. And you guys have been using the systems for almost a year now. So yeah, do you guys want to share some stuff around that before we hop into the build?
Yeah, Raul, you want to go first? I know you're talking a little bit before we went online about some of your personal experience there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I would say for sure the biggest thing, before I started using Airtable, I just had everything all over the fucking place, like Google Sheets with just tasks that I had to do for my clients, switching through different tabs, getting lost in the drive, having documents with, different SOPs and forgetting about them because I didn't know where they were. So it was frustrating. And even because I own a digital marketing agency. So as I started to scale and get more clients, it was all on me, right? So I had, easily 100+ tasks to do per day. Maybe a little less than that, but definitely pretty close. And, it would just I used to struggle with even just making sure I was executing on all the tasks because I didn't have a proper tracking system or just a way to be able to see this is what I'm doing for my client, on Monday, this is what I'm doing on Tuesday. And as I started to consider bringing on a team or even hiring a VA or something, I realized there's no way I could bring on somebody if I wasn't even organized as a business owner. And that was the biggest aha moment for me, because I started getting so busy that I couldn't focus on the main things that I wanted to do, which was copywriting, planning out social media content. I was more in having to figure out all these other different things. So once I started using Airtable, and thank you for Andrew for bringing this amazing thing into my life, quickly was able to adopt it, start building out the tasks that I needed to do on a weekly basis and be able to see everything in one place. And as soon as I got organized, it was I immediately felt a weight lifted off my shoulders, and I was able to easily bring on a VA, plug them into the Airtable system and have them follow it, to the T, and then be able to have him start managing some of the stuff too, managing projects, because I could manage him in Airtable, he could manage everything in Airtable. So it was definitely just a big win for me for sure. And, to the point of the title of this video, definitely want back probably more than 10 hours a week for sure. With the system, just because I'm not worried about did I do this today or did I not do this today? So the anxiety kind of lifted, and now I'm able to focus on more needle moving tasks and income generating activities than just getting lost in the sauce with the, tasks. So it's been a fucking game changer.
I love it. Yeah. Same thing with me, where I used to use Asana and we moved to ClickUp towards the end of Tribe of Buyers. And those are good project management tools, but it's just a project management tool. Where Airtable, you can centralize everything in one place. So I had Asana, I had spreadsheets over here, I had Google Documents over here, and I was getting anxious around it. So I'm sure my team was getting anxious around going from here to here to here. And when we just started centralizing everything in Airtable in this business, it's just so easy, like you were saying, to delegate tasks, to find the resource that you want to find. And especially with data, business is just numbers. And Airtable is like a spreadsheet on steroids with any dashboard that you want to create. So you have the ultimate insight into where you're at in your business and seeing the data that you want to see so that you can make the right decisions, database decisions. So that's a big reason why I love it.
Yeah, and I kind of want to add on to that, Andrew, because I think, coming into Masters of Fate when it was kind of on the still newer to the market to its evolution, I think one of the biggest problems that I've noticed with a lot of business owners is when they're at a certain place, it's like 20, 30, 40K per month, they have certain tools that are great for that level. But here's the challenge, right? A lot of business owners out there want to eventually grow beyond where their current place is at, maybe 50, 60, even 100K plus per month. And oftentimes the solution is we got to adopt new tools and start from scratch. And the problem with that is it costs a lot of time. It's a lot of work to get your team to implement something new, right? Just the training, the cost financially. And so one of the things I really realized with the tool with the Airtable is wherever you're at, this is a tool that actually grows alongside with your business as opposed to limits your business. And when I started to really understand that, just using it within Masters of Fate, it's like, when we're growing, whatever capacity we have the ability to optimize and customize our own machine to adapt to where our business is and where our business will be. And the amount of time, the headaches, the money that takes, it's like, you don't have to start recreating new trainings for new software every time you level up in your business. You just grow with the current one you have. That was the biggest aha moment for me, man.
So fucking good. Awesome. You ready to get into this build?
Let's do it.
All right. I want to show everybody how simple it is to build stuff out in Airtable. What we're going to do is build this out and then provide you the link for the template, and then you can build whatever dashboard you want, and I'll show you how to build those dashboards on this video as well. So just go back to this video and build this out. The main thing is, I just made a post about this. Goals are a lot like assholes. Everybody fucking has them. But what are the habits that we're actually implementing to hit our goals? And Airtable is so easy to go in there, add a new habit or add a new tracking system so that we're constantly modifying and hitting our goals faster. So that's the main thing that we're going to build out first. And if you want that, if you want the link, just drop Airtable my face down below and we'll send it over to you along with this video so you can customize. It's fucking awesome. You guys ready?
Let's go.
All right. So boom. Here's what my own personal execute board looks like. So these are my daily winning formulas for my personal life. And this is what I just go to each day to make sure that I'm hitting my goals, especially on the energy side of things. And when I put in numbers here, it changes my dashboard. So I put a peace, love, and joy score every single day, because that's what I'm optimizing for. And inside of the dashboards, I can compare how am I doing, how did I do in January compared to November? Cool. If I had poor sleep, it went down. My peace score went down. So that's just an example of being able to see the data very quickly and the cause and effect relationships between two things. Because when we know the cause and the effect, we optimize for better causes to get better effects, right? So that's just an example. And it also tracks my meditation and my breath work and all of that. So that's on the personal side, but on the business side as well, having a dashboard, a CEO dashboard for all of the numbers where we can see where we're specifically at for everywhere across every department and all of that, and being able to manipulate the data like I just showed you here. So these are examples of dashboards that are very easy. The data is very easily put in, and then it all syncs up into one place. Larry, Raul, is there anything that you want to add there?
Nope.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say to add on to this is just like like you were talking about before, like these other tools like Asana, Notion, and stuff like that. Like I just never have been able to have something where I can actually see a dashboard and kind of just get like a big picture view of like what the business is doing in regards to like different departments, sales, marketing. So just to be able to see it all in one place, like definitely just is a game changer for sure. And like, that's one of the biggest differences I've seen too. Cause like you were saying, Andrew, like if you know the data, you could make 100% better decisions that are actually going to move the business forward rather than just spinning your wheels trying to figure out like what's going wrong, what's the hole, you know? So love it.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually on that, Raul, when I kind of think about that, right, there's a lot of communication that has to happen between the marketing team and the sales team. And the fact that we have one central hub that we can actually communicate with each other and also visually see data super quickly, it allows us to streamline that communication so much quicker.
Yeah,
Right? Like,
1000%.
Yo, and what's up, Nuno? He's on here. What's the difference between Notion and Airtable? Notion is really fucking good as well. But Airtable is better with data tracking, which is better for business. Notion is really good with like SOPs, seeing things that are visually appealing and kind of the written aspect. But I've just put all of that inside of Airtable so we can have the data and the written aspect all in one spot. But Notion is a really fucking good tool. All right. So if you guys have any more questions, drop them down below. Happy to answer them, and we will get this Airtable build rocking. So I usually like to start with blank Airtables and take out these things at the top that are put in. And what I already have is the data for the self-mastery side to put in here. So I would just paste that. And I've got all of that in there for you. So now this is the data section. And then there's an interface section that we'll be building out later in the video. So what I was saying around goals is that everybody has them, but if we optimize for our habits on a daily basis, then we are more likely to achieve our goals in tracking that data. Same thing with our team. What are the daily habits for our team? So this board will get you to think about what are my daily habits, and you can start thinking about what are my team's daily habits in order for them to hit their goals and tracking and all of that. And I'll start building this out. You guys feel free to chime in
Cool.
and just share your thoughts and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So the data that I put in here for you guys, and if you want this template, hashtag Airtable my face down below, is what I'm optimizing for on the personal side, but we will also add in on the business side. So I like to see where my physical, mental, emotional energy is at each day and track that, so that if I'm low energy, mental energy, I know I want to meditate more that day. If I'm low emotional energy, then I know I want to do more breath work that day. If I'm low physical energy, I know I want to eat healthier that day and also move my body more that day. So those are the three things that I put in at the beginning of the day, is tracking my physical, mental, emotional energy.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
No, I really love that. I think, you know, after I read the book Atomic Habits, like all of this really started to make sense for me. And, you know, the quote from that book that is going to forever be ingrained in me is like, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And man, oh man, didn't I realize that it was happening not only in my personal life, but also in my business, not having those systems in place. Like I had goals, I had great goals, but not being able to track the shit was probably the hardest part about it. And even on the self-mastery side of it too, like, you know, I had habit trackers, I had, you know, kind of half-assed habit trackers built out in Google Sheets. It just wasn't exciting to look at either. It was just like, you know, clicking the checkbox, and it was just like, yeah, you know, you don't get excited about it, you know, as much, at least for me personally. And just being able to also see like how you can kind of, you know, add a little more spice to Airtable. It kind of makes it a little more engaging, makes it more fun, you know, and like, and it should be fun. Like your life should be fun. If you feel like you're not having fun building habits and growing your business, like maybe there's something to look at there, right? You know, so I would invite you, like, if you are feeling like you're going against the grain all the time, you're feeling like you're kind of spinning your wheels, like, start auditing, like, what systems do I actually have for my life and my business, and are they helping me, to kind of get me to where I want to go?
Yeah. And part of those systems are, what are the habits doing on a daily basis that optimize my life and my business? And the quality of our questions determine the quality of our life. So having these questions in here, like, what am I most grateful for? What are my priorities today? What are my goals for today? What are open loops that are in my mind that I want to close? Oh, I haven't texted my mom about her birthday yet. I actually just did. So it's her birthday. So I'm good there.
Happy birthday, Mom.
And it's the simplest things that make the biggest impact. If we can just optimize for the habits that we're doing and the questions that we're asking ourselves, it's an upward loop from there. And we can plug it all inside of Airtable. So inside of here, I've added in what my optimal day is and my optimal daily habits. So if I'm checking my calendar at the beginning of the day and it looks fucking good, then I check it off. If there's something on my calendar that I don't want to be there that day and cancel it, cool. But if I don't have this checkbox here where I'm not checking my calendar at the beginning of every day, I don't ask myself those questions. If I visualize every day, do a cold shower every day, have thinking time every day, meditate, do breath work, centering, and exercise every single day, I'm fucking golden on my energy. Like, if people just optimize for their energy, they will get better results. We get stuck because our energy is fucked up, So that's what I'm optimizing for here. And then there are things that I answer at the end of the day. Where did I feel the most triggered? How did I overcome it? Where did I feel the most love? How did I appreciate it? And what lesson do I want to remember from today? So then I have a day that has bookends. So at the beginning of the day, I'm optimizing for the day. And at the end of the day, I'm reflecting so I can optimize for the next day. So Ray Dalio has a really good quote that says, pain plus reflection equals progress. So if we don't have those feedback loops to reflect, then we're not making as much progress as we actually can. So that's why I put those questions in there. And then we have the tracking system. So you can do this on the personal side and in business. It's just about putting a number in, and what number are we tracking, and what's our KPI? What's our key performance indicator that we actually want to hit? And inside of Airtable, especially on the business side, it's so much easier to see, to track your team members' KPIs and see where they're actually at. When I was just using Asana and Google Sheets, it was all over the place. And oftentimes, the team members weren't actually putting in their KPIs because they would have to bounce all over the place. You can also track your finances in here, peace, love, and joy score, put in notes in here, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to start building, and you guys, if there's anything you want to add here.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for sure is, like, one of the things you touched on, Andrew, was just like the energy aspect of it too. Like,
right.
Sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of the times, we don't realize how much our energy does affect the way we treat our team members, the way we create content, the way we write our content. Like, your energy is what creates everything, right? So just to have something to be able to check in with your energy, know what you're doing, making sure you're hitting your energy habits or your energy rituals, is definitely, has been one of the biggest benefits is for me too, in regards to like the self-mastery side of this, and just being able to, like I said, see it, track it, know that I'm actually meditating, being able to see how many minutes, and all that good stuff. So it's been a game changer for sure.
Yeah. One of the things that when Andrew was talking earlier, Raul, that I was just thinking of was I was listening to some Alex Hormozy yesterday, and he was actually referring back to Atomic Habits. And he was like, successful people and people who don't hit their goals all have the same goals. The person who wants to achieve a gold medal, like the person who won bronze and the person who won gold, they both have the same goal of hitting gold. The difference was their habits and their questions that they asked. And one key question that he always was asking was, don't just ask the goal of what you want. you got to ask, who am I becoming? And why, when I look at some of these things in Airtable and like the habits, the gratitude, the energy rituals, the mental, physical tracking, all of it, it's like, this is a daily reminder of who you're becoming. And he was saying that the way we grow is not through just putting our goals out there and writing them down. It's by seeing evidence that you are becoming that person.
Yes.
So when you have tools like this, that you literally see evidence of you becoming that person, guess how much easier it is for you to actually become that ultimate identity, that ultimate goal, right?
Oh yeah, 1000%. Like to what you just said too, the identity aspect, right? Like this is how you step into your future self. Like you build out what your future self is gonna do, and then you do it. Like it sounds simple, but it's a lot harder sometimes, when when you don't have the proper ways to actually do that, or the proper tools to do that. So just having, like you were saying, being able to like really get clear, okay, what does my future self want to be doing on a daily basis? What do I want to be feeling on a daily basis? And then actually doing those things that are going to help you create the identity, which will lead to all the results that you want, all the outcomes that you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so important,
Right. Because it's kind of thinking back to like future self, right? Like if you're the type of person that's like, okay, currently I'm the type of person who's making 10K per month, and I want to be the person who's making 20, 30K. You ask yourself the question, what would that 20K per month person be doing? And then from there, you can reverse engineer the habits, the time. Okay, cool. Well, this person is working out 3 times a week. I'm actually hitting that. Okay, this person's doing at least an hour of thinking time on a regular basis per week, right? So these are the things that allow you to like actually, it's an easy yes or no. Am I becoming that person? Am I doing what the 20K per month, the 30K per month person is doing, or am I not? And then from there, it's a powerful tool for reflection as well, because then you can get back in alignment with some things you've gotten off track with.
And are my team members becoming that person? What is my team?
Right.
Do my team members actually want? What's their roles and responsibilities? And that's just putting those in here in the daily winning formula and tracking that and tracking the numbers as well. So I love it. So I set up the data side really quickly. So if you guys want to reflect or go back to this video to see how to set it up really quickly, you can just go through that. I just put intentions in the beginning of the day. So one day I wake up, what am I focused on? Am I focused on myself, my wealth, my relationships, or my spirituality today? How did I sleep? Was it poor sleep, average sleep, great sleep? How is my energy today? What am I grateful for? What are my priorities? What are the open loops? What are my goals for today? And then you put in your winning daily formula in here, the things that you do each day. Now, the most important thing for business owners that are, let's say, 0 to $500,000 is growing their audience, nurturing their audience, and converting their audience. If that is just the daily winning formula, doing things that that grow, nurture, and convert, there's no way that you can fucking fail. So tracking that, for example, you can go in here and add in social media post. Boom. And then you can use a checkbox right there. And then you're just checking each day. I did a social media post. Awesome. And then what you can also add in here is, let's say you're doing organic marketing and you're doing number of conversations started. Or if you're running traffic, you're running paid traffic, you can also add that in there, number of new leads. But let's just say I'm going to add an emoji, shake hands, new conversations. So new conversations started, and then you can just put in a number right there to, in precision, you want to do an integer, and you can just track each day number of new conversations started. So you can say, I have a goal of, or a daily winning formula of hitting 30 new conversations started. If you're what is measured is managed. If you're doing that each fucking day and you're measuring it, there's no way you can fail. No way whatsoever. So you can add in your daily winning formulas and your tracking right here as well. And it's just about growing your audience, nurturing your audience, and converting your audience. If you're doing that each day and you're tracking it, there's no way you can fail. So you can build whatever you want in here with the data. So there's the data side that I put in here for you. And if you want this template, hashtag Airtable my face down below, and we'll send you over the data in here. And then setting up your dashboard, I'll show you how to do that next. Anything you guys want to add here?
Just a quick reminder, Andrew, I'm pretty sure there's a expert session happening in this Zoom in 2 minutes.
Nice.
So want to make sure that we're mindful of that.
We will rock this out very quickly then. So we'll add in some, we'll go in here. So if you hit interfaces, boom, computer, you can just call this dashboard. Next, I usually start with blank. And then what you're able to do in here is go down to record picker. And you can add in this. And you can add new, edit form, and then just make sure that you select the date for a new record. And you can add in whatever you want to see here under dashboards. So once you have the data set up, you put in your dashboard, and what that dashboard will look like is, boom, just having your data in one place, hitting the date. Here's my daily winning formula. Here are the KPIs that I want to track. And then my bookend at the end of the day, my reflection. And then I've also added in my to-dos and all of that stuff on the same view there. And then I have a dashboard here as well to see all the data. And if you want to learn more about that, connect with Larry, who will talk about that. But if you want the Airtable template with the data, just drop it down below, Airtable my face. So
yes, you want this. You want this. Definitely grab it. Jump on it, guys. It's going to be a game changer. I guarantee you'll get some type of ROI by just even, starting to use this. So 100% recommend it for me for sure.
Right. And one thing I highly recommend is just start adopting the tool, right? If you guys want to learn a little bit more about how to actually use this for your business, and just get some insights of how we're actually using it at Masters of Fate, feel free to connect with me on Messenger. We can always book out a Zoom call and I can share some of the more intricate business stuff with y'all just to spur some ideas. And then if there's anything you guys want on also the self-mastery side, feel free to message me too. All, people on the team, everyone is using it for the self-mastery. So we can get you insights from everything from dating to relationships, to health, to fitness, to business, finances, everything across the sun. So if you guys want to learn more about that, let's definitely connect. It's Larry Antiporta on Facebook.
Awesome. Drop your link down below for you guys to connect with them, or just drop a 1 and I'll connect you with Larry. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We have an expert session right now for Masters of Fate. So I'm going to drop off this and then hop back on, and appreciate you guys.
Love you guys. Have a good one.